Buffalo Bills signed DeShawn Williams coming here. He's a little bit lighter in size at 284 pounds. He's that Ed Oliver prototype, a speed demon. I think offering a backup to Ed Oliver, maybe in certain downs and distances, certain pass rushing downs and distances that we could see DeShawn Williams and as well as Ed Oliver being out there. I really love this signing for Bills Mafia, and it was a subject that I wanted to touch on, taking a look at it and just understanding needing speed in the interior of this Buffalo Bills defensive line. Like, yes, we have Ed Oliver, but it would ultimately be nice to have two defensive tackle types that could still contribute against the run, that could still ball out and be big. I mean, 284 pounds is still pretty solid. Right next to Ed Oliver, two explosive guys that could potentially free up our defensive ends on the outside. And I really love what this presents for the Buffalo Bills, especially if Ed Oliver goes down, God forbid. We have a depth player there that had 33 total tackles last year. He had 7 quarterback hits. He had multiple sacks. I mean, you can definitely pass rush out of that D tackle spot. And you really understand like what this ultimately does for the Bills. It's a 1-year deal. He's got some familiarity with the Carolina Panthers. I'm sure there's still some people there in Carolina that Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane trust. And I really believe that the Buffalo Bills did this signing because they saw the value in this year's NFL draft. I don't think we're going to be able to find as good of a player in this year's NFL draft to come in year one to contribute, especially that prototype of a player, being a little bit lighter, a little bit more agile, offering a depth piece to Ed Oliver. Maybe, like I said, sitting passing downs and distances, we could actually see both of them out there. So I absolutely love this signing. I think he's a great under-the-radar player for the Buffalo Bills. DeShawn Williams is coming here to Buffalo to ball out next to Ed Oliver to revamp this defensive line. You know, you really look at Poona Ford going elsewhere, Tim Settle, right? Now, I mean, just Eli Inku is still here, fortunately for that, but we discussed it in my previous video, not really having enough depth at that D-tackle spot. So Daquan Jones, Ed Oliver, DeShawn Williams coming here to Bills Mafia, and Eli Inku, I think, is pretty solid. Now, I do believe there's still room for the Bills to bring in someone else. And I know Eli Inku's big boy. He's 330, 340 pounds, kind of offering a depth piece to Daquan Jones, whereas DeShawn Williams offering the depth piece to Ed Oliver. But I still think there is room for the Buffalo Bills to add at that D tackle spot to build for the future. Again, these supplemental signings, even like Mac Hollins, a wide receiver for 1 year, and, you know, having these players here, it's going to buy us time, buy these rookies time to develop. We all know they're rookies, right? We need rookies to come in here to contribute, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, they are rookies. And you consider where the Bills are drafting. We're not drafting in the top 10. We're not drafting in the top 5. Like, we're not getting necessarily the best overall prospects. We're just finding guys that we could draft and develop and get up to speed fairly quick. I mean, even getting the cream of the crop last year at the tight end position with Dalton Kincaid, how fortunate we were. But there were some learning hurdles that Dalton Kincaid had to overcome, that we had to put on the plate of Dalton Kincaid, and it really wasn't until the second half of the season, late into the playoffs, where we saw Dalton Kincaid really start getting up to speed and understanding the NFL game. And we all know with a full offseason under his belt, he's going to be a much better player to start the 2024 season than rookie Dalton Kincaid in 2023. And that correlates exactly with any other rookie that we bring in this year. We can't expect a rookie to come in and completely, at the 28th overall pick, just be ready to go like you would be even a first-round pick. They're still rookies. And I've been saying this for years, like no rookie quarterback has ever made it to the Super Bowl. He's never brought his team to the Super Bowl. And I think that kind of goes with what I'm saying here is like they are rookies at the end of the day. So bringing in these pieces like a DeShawn Williams, buying us time for these rookies to develop, to have a full off season, understanding what the NFL presents to get up to speed. I think makes a lot of sense for Bills Mafia going forward. And I really believe the Bills will still be eyeing up this D-tackle spot. I mean, we could very well be eyeing up another defensive end. I mean, Von Miller is only getting older and older in age. Plus, this is a big-time test year for Von Miller. He restructured things to ultimately stay here. I mean, if he didn't do that, I think Von Miller could have been another cap casualty along with Poyer, with Trey White, with Mitch Morris. I mean, Von Miller could have very well easily been included in that list. So the Bills, I think, need to supplement that. I mean, Von Miller could very well only be here for another year as well. And once he goes, what are we going to do at that defensive end spot? Yes, AJ Epinesa, Greg Rousseau. We don't have Leonard Floyd anymore. It makes a lot of sense to bring in a speed demon type as pass rushing skill set, finesse defensive end for the Buffalo Bills to supplement what could be gone after next year with Von Miller. And we all know Von Miller is helping this defensive line tremendously. You're like, yeah, we lost Eric Washington, but Von Miller, I think, has really helped progress AJ Epinesa, Greg Rousseau. He's helped Ed Oliver. He's helped Daquan Jones. I mean, this is a Hall of Fame defensive end, an elite pass rusher. I mean, Von Miller in the pass rush summit, everything that he presents, and Daquan Jones, AJ Epinesa, you know, all these guys, Greg Rousseau, they were all at that pass rush summit last year, and I'm anticipating that they're going to all be there again, along with DeShawn Williams, who we just brought here to Bills Mafia. Got the depth to Ed Oliver. We got the depth to Daquan Jones with Eli Anku. I mean, there's a lot of holes here. You know, in my previous video, I discussed not taking a wide receiver in the first round, and we are probably going to be taking best player available. Like, yes, we need a wide receiver. Yes, we need DN, D-tackle. Like, there are other positions here. I think another offensive guard to compete with David Edwards at left guard. I mean, we saw what we did with Osiris Torrance at right guard. Why can't we do it again with Aaron Cromer, one of the best offensive line coaches in the NFL? Draft a left guard, solidify things at left guard. Obviously, Connor McGovern playing center. There's a lot of holes. There's a lot of holes, and I think Brandon B did a good job filling them with DeShawn Williams, Mac Hollins, Curtis Samuel. Man, I'm absolutely loving this. Bills Mafia, we are going to be ready to go entering this NFL draft in 2024. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you. Every like and subscription goes so far. It means the absolute world to me and really ultimately keeps this channel alive. If you want to support me further, check the link in the description for the Buffalo Chicken Wing merch. We got sizes small through 5XL. Also, course careers from digital advertising to tech sales, software development, IT, UI, UX, HR, offering fully 100% online remote jobs. You get a certificate. They're directly networked with a bunch of employees and hiring managers to land an $80,000 fully remote job. That's personally how I landed my full-time employment. But I appreciate you guys. Hit like and subscribe, and go Bills.